Well, hello everyone. I have dogs going crazy in the background, so if you hear that today, eh, just make them part of your day. That's what I do. Uh, so anyway, how's everybody doing out there? Good to see everyone. Uh, I see a couple of you guys have showed members already, and good to see you, Mike. And if you can tell by that little round symbol next to his name, that means he's a member of the community. Thank you so much for your support. Jalin, the same way, right here in South Carolina where I am. Good to see you, as always. I am going to get right into the tip and try and make this as not so long if we can. But if you have any questions, feel free to throw answers in here. We'll throw answers in live. And afterward, throw in answers afterward, because I'd love to hear this. If you're unable to watch live, it'd be awesome to hear about the topic that we have today. And it's all to talk about extensions on Chrome. And I'll be honest with you, this is something that I've given. This is a tip that I gave my community way back in the day. And it has held true even to now. So just make sure. I'm sure you would tell me already if you couldn't hear me, but I think everybody can hear me. So this one is on Chrome extensions. And this was a tip that I gave a long time ago. And this is something that I give as feedback. Those that know, I am a product expert for Google. And this is a very common thing to cause issues, since it's all internet-based software type. So this can really be a reason that problems come about. So I'm going to share with you mine and why I'm so limited in the extensions that I use. I use some that are all the time, but I've tried to find other things. And I'll explain that. Let me get there. Let me share my screen. I'm going to get to all that, and we'll get to, let's see here. I'm going to go to my bottom screen. This is Chrome. I have my Chrome tab open, and up here in the corner, you can kind of see the active icons that I have as my extensions. I don't have a lot. And then right here, this little whoop right there, and here, let me clear that real quick, because it might be easier if I just do it this way. This little box right here shows me my extensions, okay? And it's barely on screen, isn't it? Here, let me slide this back down. All right, let's pull this down here. There you go. Now you can see it. So where I'm talking about is right here, that little box. That little box is where you can check your extensions. So when I click on that box, it should open up this menu that says extensions, no access needed. These extensions do not need to see and change information on the site. So this is where I would go in, and I can go from right here and go into manage extensions. And that's really where I'm going to go, just so you can kind of see where all of my extensions are. Not all of them are active. You can see right here, this one is not pinned. I shouldn't say active, or I should say pinned. Where these two blue ones, they are for sure, they are active. So that's the difference in extensions that are active and not. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go to manage extensions. When I'm in manage extensions, I see all of them. And if you have 100 of them, they will all be here. And it shows details on these. Like I have TeamViewer. I haven't used TeamViewer in years. This is a great one to go ahead and get rid of. It's just cluttering up space. And a lot of times extensions, the way the software behind it works, there's a lot of times where the software behind it shares stuff from other apps. So when that's happening with an extension, like they might, and I don't know enough about coding, somebody else might know this, but like certain things about this is I'm going to use this process in the background that this same program does. So a lot of times when you're having issues with Chrome or something that is Chrome based or like software, a good example is StreamYard, the one I'm using right now. This is it's not a download. It's Chrome based or browser based. Well, if your browsers have an issue or extensions get in the way of a particular function or certain thing, then this becomes a good source of, hey, this might be the problem. So that's why I like to always use this first. Turn off all your extensions and then turn them back on one by one and see if that didn't fix the error or the issue that you had. The other thing that's a good idea too is to this little pill button up here that says update. I would always update too. I always double check and update, hit that update every once in a while. I think those are good habits to get into when it comes to extensions. Extensions can be very useful. I've had some for that would a color picker. I've had some to draw on screen. I have recently since changed all that, gone to using stuff that I've downloaded for my computer. I find that it works better from the outside working in. Like when I draw on screen, like you saw me do today, that works so much better for me. I see Jolyn has a comment. She says, I probably use too many extensions. Yeah, I know. And that can become an issue. I'm not saying it is. And some people it works great. And if you have a fast machine, this is a great thing and good thing, because Chrome will eat up a lot of processing power. You know, if you find it slow down, especially like a laptop and certain things, depending on how much you use it, etc. So again, it becomes really important to stay up to date on these and make sure that they're current, make sure that it's a good version, check it. And I don't know how you would know whether it's a good version or not, but just make sure that it's updated is the key. That's all I got for this today. Hopefully that's helpful to somebody. If you're watching this later, I would love to hear what extensions you use and why, and what are you think are most important. I use Chrome Remote Desktop almost every day. I use Drive Offline almost every day. Those two I use all the time. So I think it's a great idea to figure out which ones are really important to you and you use a lot, not just randomly, because there's usually other stuff out there that you can get to take that in. Mike says a great way to support the channel is become a YouTube channel member. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. He is a member, and that's nice. I put that. Just click the join button to all you, and you too will get a cool icon beside your username plus more. Not only the cool icon, but I do tips every day for members that are at the middle level and up. And that would be the tinkering on up level. Yeah, I would love to do that. I'd love to have you become a member. And if you feel like it might help you too, I'm going to go ahead and take us on out here. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming and joining and watching. And anybody that leaves a comment later, I appreciate you as well. I'm going to take us on out. Anybody that is a member, I will be sending that link out to you momentarily for the backstage pass. And if there's a waiting room, don't worry about it. I'll let you in just a moment. Thanks, everybody. See ya.